know it's strange, but today's word is nothing. And it's actually comes from the fact that we are in a very nothing type of period for a lot of people, which is like, hey, I ain't doing shit, which is fine. But it also comes from something that I hold very important to me, which is that there was a hook I used on LinkedIn once, which was nothing is sometimes the best something there is, right? So I kind of want to talk about how, there are some people that I really admire for doing nothing. And it's not necessarily for watching TV and sitting on your ass. That's not what I mean, right? And by the way, there is a time and place for that too, which I'll get to. But my favorite investor of all time is Warren Buffett, right? He's like Mr. Buy and Hold or whatever, which I think that's an urban myth. The guy was like a hedge fund founder, which people don't really give him credit for. But anyway, so what's Warren Buffett doing right now as we speak? He's sitting on 325 billion in cash. That is the largest cash position that Berkshire Hathaway has ever had. Okay. And he was in this position not that long ago when people were like, holy shit, Berkshire Hathaway has a ton of cash. I remember this. And it was over 200. Now he's at 325 billion in cash. I like to sort of follow him in terms of what I'm doing. So I'm like not going crazy investing in the market right now because he's just sitting around. And what's he doing? Well, he's not doing nothing, obviously. I think they're constantly looking at deals and all that. But he's doing nothing in the sense that he's just letting his money sit there. He's just letting it sit there. And I actually have a piece of content coming out saying that, and for all you financial advisors out there who want to argue with me, I'm more than happy to have that argument. I happen to believe that cash doesn't necessarily underperform inflation. People say, oh, if you have money in cash, you're losing money over the long term, right? Like if your savings rate is lower than inflation, then technically you're losing money. Okay, technically that's correct from a numerical standpoint. But what if you're sitting on cash and you have a lot of it and a huge opportunity arises and it's a difference maker for the rest of your life? Something like that happened to me not very long ago. I invested in one of my friend's companies and it was a humongous win. Why? I had cash sitting around. And there's no way I'm making that kind of return on if I had it all in the market at the same time. And I'm not saying this